Own blood betrayed me, but success was my sweetest revenge. I grew up believing family was everything. My mother always told me, blood is thicker than water. I held onto those words like they were sacred scripture. I thought no matter what, family would stand by me. I was wrong. Before we continue, please subscribe to next story. My younger brother, Ayan, was the golden child. He had the charm, the looks, the easy laughter that drew people in. I, on the other hand, was quiet, reserved, and more focused on my studies. My parents loved us both, but it was clear who they bragged about at family gatherings, and it wasn't me. Still, I never envied him. I wanted us to succeed together. But Ayan didn't see me as a brother. He saw me as competition. The first cut. When my father passed away, he left behind a small family business, a struggling furniture shop. I wanted to keep it alive, expand it, modernize it. I saw potential. Ayan, however, had other plans. Behind my back, he convinced my mother that I wasn't capable of handling finances. He painted me as naive, a dreamer who didn't understand the real world. Before I knew it, the ownership papers were signed all in his name. My own mother chose him over me. The betrayal stung deeper than any wound. I begged, "Ma, at least let me help. It's Baba's legacy." But she only said, "It's for the best, Beta. Ayan knows business better than you." I left that day with nothing but anger burning in my chest. Falling apart. Ayan didn't just take the shop. He stripped me of dignity. He spread rumors among relatives that I was irresponsible, that I wasted money, that I couldn't be trusted. Whenever family met, I saw the pity in their eyes. I was the failed son. I moved to the city, broke and alone. For months, I worked odd jobs: waiter, delivery boy, even cleaner at an office. Nights were the hardest. I'd stare at the ceiling in my tiny rented room and whisper to myself, "One day, they'll regret what they did to me." The rise. I saved every penny. And I studied. Not college textbooks, but business, marketing, design, online trade. I spent nights at internet cafes, learning how the world was shifting towards online commerce. With borrowed money and sleepless nights, I launched a small online store selling handcrafted furniture. It wasn't much, just a website and some social media pages. But slowly, customers came. They loved the designs, the quality, the story. Every sale felt like a victory. Within 3 years, my store had grown into a recognized brand. I employed dozens of workers, artisans who poured their hearts into every piece. Investors started calling. Magazines wanted to feature me. I was no longer the failed son. I was becoming something greater. The twist of fate. One evening, I received a call from an old relative. He said, "Your brother's shop is failing. He's drowning in debt." I almost laughed. The same brother who betrayed me, the same one who stole my father's legacy, was now sinking. Weeks later, Ayan showed up at my office. He looked nothing like the confident man I remembered, his clothes wrinkled, his face tired, his eyes desperate. "Brother," he said, voice trembling, "I need your help. My business. I can't keep it afloat. I know you've done well. Maybe we can partner. Maybe you can save it." For a moment, I just looked at him. My own blood. The one who destroyed me. And now, fate had flipped the script. I leaned back in my chair and said, "You once told everyone I wasn't capable. That I was nothing. Do you remember?" He lowered his head. Silent. I continued, "I will not save your business. But I will buy it." His eyes widened. He knew what that meant. The shop, Baba's legacy, would belong to me again. Except this time, not because family gave it to me but because I earned it. Sweetest revenge. The day I signed the ownership papers, I visited the old shop. The same dusty walls, the same wooden counters. Memories of my father teaching me how to polish wood filled my heart. I whispered, "Baba, I kept your dream alive. Not them. Me." Ayan stood there, broken. And for once, I didn't feel anger. I felt peace. My revenge wasn't destroying him, it was proving that his betrayal couldn't stop me. My own blood betrayed me. Yes. But success though. Success was the sweetest revenge. When I reclaimed the shop, I didn't rush to change everything. Instead, I walked through the aisles slowly, touching the old wood, smelling the faint scent of sawdust that lingered in the air. It was like my father was still there, whispering, "I knew you could do it, Beta." I decided not to erase the past but to rebuild it. The transformation. I hired new craftsmen, gave them better wages, and modernized the shop. What once was a struggling corner furniture store became a flagship showroom for my brand. People traveled from different cities just to see it. And on the grand reopening day, I stood where my father once stood, but this time, I was no longer in his shadow. Cameras flashed, journalists wrote my story, and customers filled the store. Ayan stood at the back, watching quietly. He wasn't the golden boy anymore. He wasn't the pride of the family. That torch had passed to me. Family tables turned. Relatives who once looked at me with pity now looked at me with admiration. They congratulated me, boasted about me, even claimed they always believed in me. And my mother? She cried when she walked into the store. Not tears of joy but of guilt. She whispered, "I should have trusted you. I was wrong." I hugged her, because she was still my mother. But deep inside, I knew some wounds never fully heal. The final confrontation. Weeks later, Ayan came to my office again. His pride was gone, his arrogance shattered. He said, "I don't expect forgiveness, but I want to work under you. Please, just give me a chance." I looked at him. My brother, my own blood, the boy who once stole everything from me. Now, he was asking for a job in the empire I built from nothing. I took a long breath and replied, I'll give you work, Ayan. But not because you're my brother. Because I don't want you to starve. But remember this, the position you'll get will not be out of love, not out of trust. You'll start at the bottom, like I once had to. If you can swallow your pride and rebuild yourself, then maybe one day you'll understand what it means to truly work for success. He nodded, tears filling his eyes. Sweetest revenge. As he left my office that day, I sat back and thought about everything. Revenge wasn't about destroying him. It wasn't about making him suffer. It was about rising higher than anyone thought I could. It was about reclaiming my dignity, my father's legacy, and my own place in the world. And I had done that. My own blood betrayed me, but I didn't let betrayal define me. Success, resilience, and hard work became my answer. And when people now tell my story, they don't speak of the betrayal, they speak of the victory. Because in the end, success was my sweetest revenge.